Before you log in, over 40 million students are competing in the 2026 engineering and medical entrance exams. Many of those competitors will lose their chance at a top college without ever opening a test booklet. They miss a hidden registration rule, miscalculate a rising cutoff, or click the wrong button during seat counseling. We are building a roadmap to navigate the precise administrative requirements of the 2026 JEE and NEET cycles. This guide covers the entire journey, from auditing your prerequisite documents today to securing your final seat in the counseling portal. Mastering the paperwork and portal systems is a hard requirement for admission. Academic preparation only matters if you successfully clear the administrative gates. Before you log into any application portal, you must verify that you meet the exact academic prerequisites for 2026. This checklist outlines the baseline rules. On the left, NEET candidates must be 17 years old by December 31, 2026. You need a 50% aggregate score in physics, chemistry, and biology in Class 12 boards, dropping to 40% for reserved categories. On the right side, JEE candidates face the 75% criteria. You must score at least 75% in your Class 12 boards, or 65% for SC, ST, and PWD candidates, or rank in the top 20 percentile of your state board. A common point of failure is attempting to apply with an expired category certificate. If your EWS or OBC NCL documentation is outdated, you will be evaluated as a general candidate. The National Testing Agency has also implemented Aadhaar-based eKYC for 2026. You will need a linked mobile number and must complete a live photograph capture through a webcam or mobile device during registration to prove your identity. Failing to lock down your age, percentage criteria, and active digital identity guarantees a rejection from the system before you ever see a test paper. This calendar details the required timelines for 2026. The NEET UG registration window is extremely tight, opening on February 8th and closing exactly 1 month later, between March 8th and 11th. For engineering students who clear the main exam, JEE Advanced registration opens briefly on April 23rd. The final exam dates are strict. NEET will be held on Sunday, May 3rd, and JEE Advanced takes place on Sunday, May 17th. Attempting to register on the final day exposes you to nationwide server overloads. Complete your fee payment at least a week before the deadline. If you realize you entered the wrong category code or uploaded a blurry document, you have a brief correction window. For NEET, this runs from March 10th to March 12th. Use those 48 hours to fix any critical input errors. Knowing the exam material is useless if you miss these narrow, inflexible administrative windows to actually take the test. This rising bar chart visualizes the expected 2026 candidate volume. We estimate 15 lakh unique candidates for JEE Main and roughly 25 lakh applicants for NEET. While the top 250,000 aggregate students qualify for JEE Advanced, those slots are subdivided across categories. This creates a high density of students at the top of the spectrum, pushing the general category qualification threshold into the 93.5 to 95.0 percentile range. NEET follows a similar pattern. A 50th percentile score is technically passing, but with roughly 1.1 lakh MBBS seats nationwide, securing a government college requires aiming for the absolute top brackets. These numbers represent a physical reality. The density of high performers means that dropping just 1 mark can shift your rank by thousands of positions. Setting target scores based on past years is dangerous. You must calibrate your preparation to the specific, elevated competition metrics projected for 2026. This flowchart illustrates the dual counseling systems. On the medical side, the MCC manages the 15% all-India quota for central seats, while state authorities independently manage the remaining 85% state quota based on local domicile rules. On the engineering side, JOSA manages admissions for IITs, NITs, and IIITs across 6 consecutive rounds. You register once, fill out an exhaustive list of preferred branches, and lock those choices in place. This interface simulation shows exactly what happens when you receive an allotment. You must click one of 3 actions: freeze, slide, or float. Freeze means you accept the allotted seat, are satisfied with the college, and exit the counseling process. Slide means you accept the seat, but you remain open to a better branch within that exact same institute in future rounds. Float means you accept the current seat, but you want to remain in the system to potentially upgrade to a better branch at a different college entirely. After JOSA concludes, the Central Seat Allocation Board, or CSAB, runs special rounds to fill leftover vacancies, specifically in the NIT, IIIT, and GFTI systems. Participating in these special rounds requires a separate CSAB enrollment fee. For general category students, this fee is 40,000 rupees. Once a seat is allocated, you must upload your documents and pay your online seat acceptance fee before the deadline. If you forget this step, the system immediately cancels your seat and moves to the next candidate. Earning the rank is only half the battle. Knowing the precise rules of seat allocation is what actually secures the college admission. You now have a start-to-finish framework for the entire 2026 admission cycle. We've covered the core pillars: verifying documents, application timing, setting target scores, and mastering counseling strategies. For medical aspirants, mastering this process clears the path to premier institutions like AIMS.
For engineering students, it secures your place in the IITs. Do not let an administrative hurdle block your academic potential. Download the free 2026 admissions checklist linked in the description below to stay on track. With the administrative burden finally systemized, you are entirely free to focus on studying and winning your seat.